Dua Lipa is one of the biggest stars in our modern era. She has been on a constant rise since 2017. She's a pop singer, but there are songs that makes her stand out in comparison with other pop artists. Some things that made her into the star she is today. I will give you an example with each little part of Dua Lipa songs and try to guess it.
Lately, I've been moving close to the edge. Time is passing like a solar eclipse. Ooh, what you doing?
You hear the sound? Let's compare it to Billie Eilish.
So cynical.
Both artists are pop singers, but yet they sound completely different in everything in their song. And that's actually the win game for both Billie and Dua. You see, if music has a singer, we break it down to the simplest form of sound in music, which leaves us with two main sounds, the instruments and the singer. In case of instrument sounds, it is very different when you compare Dua Lipa and Billie Eilish, because Dua Lipa has genres she is succeeding in. They are pop, disco dance pop, synth pop, and R&B, which sounds very different from Billie Eilish, who follows the genres of pop, dark pop, electro pop, emo pop, experimental pop, goth pop, indie pop, teen pop, alternative pop, and pop rock. Although their voice might work used in each other's songs, for example, Dua Lipa singing Lovely by Billie Eilish sounds okay, but wouldn't be the best version of the song because the instruments were made to match Billie Eilish. But let's say someone who has similarity in voice with Billie, like Olivia Rodrigo, would sing her parts perfectly because Olivia also follows the genre of pop rock, which Billie follows. But Olivia stands out because her song's topics and the sound don't really take the Billie Eilish route all the way, and just share a similarity in the sound.
She's got those hips, the life of every.
All of that talk is to say that instrument sounds following Dua Lipa's genres are what makes Dua Lipa stand out in this day and age, because this is the kind of music that relies on not just telling you the story, but it wants you to dance and to feel the emotions physically. These genres that Dua follows don't only fit so well with her voice, but because these genres are one of the most popular genres in the world. Dua Lipa is good at R&B, dance pop, and disco. Guess who's also good at these? None other than Michael Jackson, the king of pop. That's why when you hear a remix with MJ and Dua Lipa, it sounds natural and it sounds perfect. You feel like it's right for these two to collab. What about Madonna? They share the dance part, and that's why it also might sound good. Let's say George Michael, a pop artist also, who made Careless Whisper, which uses pop with R&B. Dua made a little cover to it, and it sounded perfect.
Never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
You see, that's a good voice fitting where it belongs. But what is so important about being able to sing the same genre as MJ, Madonna, and George Michael? Well, these voices have dominated the music industry for decades, or let's say for the past 40 years and so. These are the sounds that influenced generations of artists who followed and became the standard of music. So that means these sounds, however you modernize it, it still contains the most popular genres that created music for the generations to come. And that helped Dua Lipa succeed, because her music sounds familiar and pleasant to the ear. And because Dua is using it in this generation, it sounds funky and unusual to the new people. And it's good music for the people who were part of the older generations. But instruments and genres alone aren't enough to make Dua Lipa stand out. You see, the other part of the sound is the singer's voice. Dua is a singer who has wide ranges of voice, and it goes along well with her songs. Her voice is deep, which helps it stand out. She can use falsettos along the song, she can sing high note and low note in a chill vibe. Having wide ranges of voice is always a win. But in Dua Lipa's case, it's necessary because that allows her to discover the limit of her singing skills and allows her to create the necessary feeling of the song. Other singers would sing her song well, but because they were made with Dua Lipa in mind, she made the song succeed. Her voice and the music sound are inseparable. Even when you hear the a cappella of her songs, you hear the sound of the song in her voice. Plus, massive respect for her singing her songs live. In the end, I want to say each artist I spoke about today has been an inspiration in many forms to the music industry. I chose Dua Lipa because I found that not only I like her music, but a lot of people around me like it too. And that got me into these thoughts. What do you think makes Dua Lipa that different in this era? Do you have other thoughts? Tell me in the comments down below. Who was here, Jude was here, and until next time, see you guys.